Care if you've been trying to get out of the vault all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Party. Coming to you live and direct from the Beast Just Smoking Out fam with all the danks and dank shit. On my left, your boy Blue.
You know, cousins is just it's practice for the real thing. I'm just saying.
That's gross.
On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on threes and fours, Chronos.
You may call me Lord Voldemort.
Oh, the attempts on your life have left you scarred. Oh shit!
Don't be afraid to say my name. Yes, this is how I really sound. Sorry, this is not a made-up voice.
But he's a trooper. He's here with us. I know it's early. Do we have any stats? Do we have any analysis we want to start it with?
Yeah, the listener of the week is Hedger. I can't even pronounce this person's name. Hedgeber really. Sure. Okay, we'll go with that.
Let's go with that.
First in the chat is nobody yet. We're a little bit late. Sorry, I had to update Streamlabs. So
no worries. All right, Kronos, not to put you on the spot, but you better tell the people why the fuck they are listening to a 97-year-old.
Well, I went into the future and no. Yeah, I had to go to the ER a couple days ago because honestly, I thought I was having a heart attack because I got sick last like Friday morning, and we're supposed to go to Virginia that morning, and I felt like shit. I had a really bad headache, my throat was really sore, and my body was just like super tired. And so I got my kid up for school, canceled the trip for Virginia, and I slept most of the day. Next day I slept until like probably 2.
God damn.
Still feeling like shit, headache. But I was taking ibuprofen or Tylenol, whichever one, to help with the headache. And then the next day was like Sunday. And I was like, I got to do something to get out of the house. So went for a hike. And, I made the hike. It wasn't anything hard. Came back home, worked on Monday. And Monday night, I went to go lay down to go to bed. And I couldn't fucking breathe. Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, I couldn't breathe. And then I would breathe in like as hard as I could. And first of all, I couldn't breathe in all the way. And then when I did, like, it was a tightness in like the left side of my chest. And I was like, well, shit, am I having a fucking heart attack? And because, I have family history of a heart disease. So, of course, when you look up, tightness in chest and can't breathe laying down, first thing that comes up is, probably a heart attack. So I go to the ER and, put me on all this, monitoring shit. And it ends up, I have bronchitis. So that's why I sound like this. It's bronchitis. My heart's okay. But bronchitis is just fucked up my lungs a little bit, and I'll be all right though. So I got me on some meds. My body feels a lot better. Just my voice just sounds like shit.
Ain't nobody got time for bronchitis, man.
That's right. That was a fire.
You sound like you've been smoking like 50 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, they were asking me, do you smoke?
Without the filter.
They asked me if I did like all this weird shit. And I was like, no, I don't smoke any of that stuff. So.
And they asked you about the fucking menthol flavored cigarettes.
They already knew when I did smoke.
Yeah, they
though.
were like, "Look at this black man. He's probably been smoking menthol since he was 11." Now we're glad you're okay. Obviously, get those meds in you. Get well as soon as fucking possible. I'm glad, and it's not nobody else in your household has it though, right?
No, I was worried that I was contagious. Obviously with Kay because she's a heart patient. So. But she's been fine. Riley got sick like a couple weeks ago and she had a cough for a while, but she doesn't have what I got. So, yeah. And she's fine.
Good. Really good. Yeah, man. Well, shit.
How do you think you got it? Like, is bronchitis like, were you just like out in the cold or something?
No, they say sometimes you can get either viral or bacterial, but they said for me it wasn't bacterial. So they said it was probably like, I just got sick and then just got into my lungs. So, it is what it is. I don't get sick very often, so I'm like, whatever, I'll take it. First in the chat is Killer Frost. What's up, fam?
Yeah. You were breathing in the wrong farts from somewhere, man.
I guess.
Somebody was crop dust in the kitchen, or the kitchen. The safe way.
God damn.
That's cool. I'm glad you're all right, man, because seeing the pictures of you, like, with the mask on and stuff like that, like, just kind of worries about our age. We're getting up there.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that I know I don't have heart. Well, Old Ninja's not here for now. He might come in later. But actually, a friend of mine from the Marine Corps actually passed away a couple weeks. Like I think it was last week. So his name was Brandon Pemberton. He died at the age of 45. I don't know what he died of, but it's like that's way too young. He was one of the smartest dudes I ever fucking met, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Like after he passed, like other Marines are reaching out to each other, like fuck, like that's another one. I think this is like the third or fourth guy that I knew from the Corps that's died like way early. So
Damn.
yeah,
God damn. It's fucking devastating. Yeah, I mean, whatever people are going through, obviously get help, talk to people, reach out. Shit, that's all bad.
well, that's the crazy thing is like so a couple of weeks ago, I finally signed up for my primary care physician because I haven't had one for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm just like, don't do that. So if you're at any age, keep with a primary care physician, do your checkups, do all that shit. But yeah, so I signed up for one and like I have a appointment next week. So I stopped drinking and I'm like just to make sure I'm extra healthy when I get there. And this shit happens. Like fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be the bad guy and say the worst thing about you get to that certain age, and we all know like the scariest stuff about the doctor for men at this age is
Prostate exam.
I was talking to Kay about this. It's like I don't know why they even got to do that. Like same thing with with women with like past periods. I can understand like some of the stuff, but it's like when you got to get in there and use your fucking fingers. It's like why you have fucking scanning technology. I would way more just pay extra to get a CT scan or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like why you got to be so invasive. There's really no reason. Like
I secretly I think these doctors like it. They like the KY, they like the glove, they
want
like
the power.
whole action.
Yeah.
Now I want you to bend over and cough really hard for me, and then spread them.
Yeah, just one scan. Does he have testicle cancer? No more grabbing and coughing. Does he have prostate cancer? You can see how big it is. Like what the fuck? Like you can't tell me that dude is sticking a finger in your ass is gonna tell you exactly the right size of the prostate. Like that shit ain't scientific.
But you know what it is though? It's a test to see if you come and they get to call you gay. That's
Like, doctor, why are your hands so rough? Oh, sorry, I don't have my gloves on.
You nutted. Look at you. I knew you were the one of those.
Oh man.
No, but in all seriousness, please, obviously go to your PCP, do whatever scans, checks, whatever they're saying. Talk about your family history, all that good stuff. I'm in healthcare. It is important. I'm all jokes aside, but make sure they do a proper rim job as well.
Yeah. Well, I miss going to Stanford because I got special treatment there because you worked there and so did my mom.
Yeah. Man, I'll never forget. Hopefully you don't mind me telling the story though. When you were having those terrible pancreas issues or whatever. Man, they pumped you full of drugs and you woke up and like, I don't like this Costco.
Yeah. Yeah. I was getting high. I was getting high on the regular at Stanford. All kinds of fucking procedures.
I think me, your mom, and Krista were all just like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Yeah. I thought it was just Krista. I forgot you guys were even there.
Yeah.
Because you know why that is? Because one time I had to go in for an upper GI endoscopy, and they have to knock you out for that. And so they put me in. By the time I was like lifting weights, and so I went in. I burned through burned through anesthesia faster than most people. So I went out, but then when they put me in and they moved me over to like the actual OR, and they're shoving this thing down my fucking throat, I woke up in the middle of it. And I was just like, I was like, what the fuck? And I remember hearing the guy go, he's not out. And they pumped me full of extra shit. I think that might have been the time where I was like, I don't like this Costco. But ever since then, like they make sure to like give me extra fucking anesthesia. So yeah.
Yeah, dude, they gave you that horse anesthesia afterwards.
Yeah, that's why I tell people all the time now. Like anytime I go, I'm like, I burn through a little quicker than most people. So if anything, like go a little extra. Like I'll be all right.
That's wild. All right. Where should we start? Blue, Old? I know Old Ninja ain't with us, but Blue, where do you want to start off? Should we talk about that vault, or what are we doing?
Yeah, let's get into the Fallout 99. Or
it's just Fallout.
It's just called Fallout, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. Like, shit, is there a number after it?
No, there's a Fallout. The game. Yeah, there's Fallout 76, but that's not it.
Yeah, I was like, shit, is it 76? It's like, who knows the game? Yeah. So I checked it out last night. I was watching it on Prime. And when I was watching it at first, I was like, oh, I could probably just watch it real quick. It's a quick 30-minute thing. But no, that thing was like an hour and 20 minutes. So it was almost like a movie.
Yeah, the first one was, yeah. They're a little bit shorter after that.
Yeah. But yeah, like I started watching it. And, like I never played the game. I only played like we talked about last week. I only played Shelter on the mobile app, and yeah, like they're inside the vault, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense. This is kind of like the little mobile game. You gotta build up your facilities and this and that. And then like the part where because the girl, she's like basically get a request so she can get married, and then like her and her friend or cousin or sister or something like that, they're like talking about how like it's fun playing with your like practicing with your cousins and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, they're probably all family in there, and they're just fucking all over the place. Like they obviously were fucking because one dude was in love with her, but then like they open up the vault for like the next community over, and then this shit goes to hell. But yeah, it's funny so far. It's very graphic. Like the one thing that threw me off is that like they have like future tech, but they're also like still in the like the 50s and 60s. Like even when like the like world was all together, like they still had technology, but they still were like in the 50s and 60s, which was weird to me.
Do they? And I still haven't caught it yet. I'm going to try to watch some of it later on tonight or early tomorrow. But do they explain the whole aspect of obviously like right around the Cold War era in the 50s? That's when they had like fallout shelters, and that's the whole reason.
They actually do a better job in the show than they do in the game because there's flashbacks to like the past, like before the bombs drop, and then even like right when they dropped. So it's like really cool to see, like, because there's like a certain character that's in it where it's always flashing back to him and like people around him, and so yeah, they do a good job about explaining what Vault-Tec is, like why they have so many shelters, and like it gets really deep into like there's like stuff in the show that I didn't know about in like the lore in the game, because this is all canon, right? I forget the guy's name, but he confirmed that this is all canon. And it's like what Vault-Tec did is pretty fucked up. So, and it's funny because like you see like all like the like the plans of like all these other organizations getting in with Vault-Tec to like make sure they survive too. And it's like it's neat.
The one that I got really into wasn't 76. It was the one before that, Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Even though it was kind of busted on the PS4 in terms of like falling through the floor and jumping through the ceiling and all that bullshit. But I remember all like the fucking mutants and the big mech suits and the fucking guns and all that. And, like, does it have those elements in there or what?
Wait, say that part again.
Like, does it have like the mutants and the mechs and suits?
I don't want to give away the mutant part, but I mean the Brotherhood of Steel you can see in the previews. So. In the trailer. Yeah. So yes, I can confirm that the Brotherhood of Steel is definitely in there as a faction. So there's definitely factions in the show.
Good.
So you see like the shelters, you'll see like the Brotherhood of Steel. You'll see like the fucking their surface dwellers, I forget what they're called, like the Raiders, and then there's another faction too that when you watch the show you'll see.
They have the ghouls, the ones that look like skeleton. Yeah.
One of the main characters is a ghoul, and he steals the fucking show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like every scene he's in.
It's cool because the directors or studio that's putting this together is the same studio that's doing Westworld, and like you can see it, like it's the effects and like the creativity and like everything that happened in the background just reminisce of like Westworld, like the quality of the work and stuff that they put into like the CGI and stuff like that. Like it looks like legit. Like the guy, like when the mech suits are walking around, they look like mech suits. They don't look like some animated thing or like somebody in a plastic suit. Basically,
actually, those aren't CGI.
Oh wow!
Oh, it's not.
No, the Brotherhood of Steel is they're the what do they call them? The power suits. Those are not CGI.
Nice. That's what's up.
One thing I did want to say is that like they have a lot of like, I don't want to say knockoff actors, but they have a lot of actors that look like somebody else. Like the guy who plays Maximus. He looks like homeboy that just had the legal issue. That's from the no name guy from Marvel's universe. What's the guy's name? The actor?
I forget his goddamn name now.
The black guy that was just accused of like beating his wife.
Are you talking?
It wasn't
about
his wife,
Nate?
his girlfriend. Yeah,
Or his
Jonathan
girlfriend,
Majors.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like light
Yeah.
skin. He's like light skin Jonathan Majors. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
He like likes again Jonathan Major. And then like the main girl, she looks like I said that she looks like she could play Lois Lane because she looks just like homegirl from the original Superman movie. She looks like I think she looks just like her. But then like the guy who's the leader of the Brotherhood, like I had to look him up. I was like, why does the guy look so familiar? 'Cause at first I thought it was John Malkovich, but no, he's the guy from Mr. Robot that was like the CEO of
Yeah.
I was like Encore or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they have a lot of people on the show that look like other people, and I'm like, wow, they got some like not I don't want to say wish because these people look like they look like they should, but like I don't know, I just thought it was funny when I was looking at the Maximus guy. Like this is John Boyega or something like that.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Major, that's right. Yeah.
That's wild though. Everybody's saying this is like on the quality level of obviously like, you know, recent hits like The Last of Us being a really good video game adaptation.
Hold on. It's not as good, but it's up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's high praise. You know?
I mean, it's like, you know, The Last of Us, first of all, you know, the game is better than Fallout. So when you're dealing with source material, that's a differentiation, whatever. But it's still really well done. Because, you know, Fallout is it's whimsical at times. So, and that it's good, but it's going to take away from like the overall quality of like the story that they're telling. So, you know, it's funny to watch somebody get shot by an exploding bullet, and it's fucking funny. Like, especially the way they do it. So,
well, and also, I mean, again, the only one I really played all the way start to finish was Fallout 4, but it was all about your decisions and your build and how you wanted to navigate this wasteland or whatever. So, like, my experience with Fallout 4 could be entirely different from yours in terms of which faction you partnered with, how you built your settlements, all that good shit.
Yeah, and there's like they did a really good job with like tying this to the game because like in the very beginning of the show you meet Lucy and she's talking about like what she's good at and she's literally going down. Remember the special list?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like going down like the special list of like her attributes and like what she's good at. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. They even have like little Easter eggs with like the little the Pit Boys, just like the bobbleheads.
Yeah.
Like around everywhere and shit.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and they have the Pit Boy on thing. So yeah.
Even when she like gets her bed kit, like I'm like, wow, that looks like that's from the game.
Yeah, it's exactly like it. The stim pack, or stim.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what's I know B-Boy Frost is supposed to be in the chat. He went really hard on 76 like later once they fixed it and shit. I wonder if this is going to see a resurgence in 76 because that was basically MMO style.
Yes, I mean, so was the other ones. It's all, oh yeah, you're right, MMO. Because they were like, it was like a walled MMO though. So it was like you and a bunch of people on the same map, but it wasn't everybody on the same map. So it'd be like you and I think like up to like 32 people or whatever, something like that. But it was still really good. But yeah, they have seen an increase in that, and they've seen an increase in Fallout 4. And I know they're going to remake Fallout 4 for the current generation. And it's coming out soon, so that's going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, if that game on the PS4 had a better engine, and just you took out all the bugs, which years later like this they should have done that. That shit was fun. Like you could play that shit for 80+ hours and still not finish it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a true Bethesda game. They take forever to be. There's so much fucking content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm excited about this one. Now, did they do the thing where they released them all, or is it one week at a time? How's it work?
It's all at once, but honestly, I wish they would have done it like 1 week at a time, because they did it all at once, and I feel like it's going to be kind of like a flash in the pan, because it's all at once. People are going to talk about it for like maybe a month, and then people might forget about it. If they had released it kind of and I know I'm going back about what I said before, but for this one, like I think it would have been served better to do it 1 week at a time, because they're fucking long episodes anyway.
Yeah, they're all like about an hour long after the initial first one, but I think there's only 8 of them right now. You know what's funny? Like everybody tends to go back and forth, and maybe it depends on the show, and maybe it depends on the time and where you are in life. There's been times when all of us have done like some serious hardcore binging,
You know what I mean? Of like
Oh yeah.
a new good show, and it's like I'm gonna stay up all night and watch this shit because this is so great.
Yeah.
But then there's times when it's been fucking perfect to just be like every week, what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? I don't know. I do go back and forth on that shit.
Yeah, I know. Like with Disney, like they're doing that. They're doing every week they release something, and I like that because like it gives us a chance to talk about that episode, and then that way nobody can kind of jump ahead. But then like some of the shows, it's like, dude, I can't wait. Like for example, like Extraordinary. Like I binge watched that in a day just because it was so freaking funny. Like I needed more, but like for a show like this, like I need to take a break because there's a lot to process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I binged fucking Scott Pilgrim like 3 or 4 times. I knew what the fuck was gonna happen, but I couldn't stop watching that shit. It was like fucking potato chips or tortilla chips or something. You know what I mean? So I get it. But you're saying all the episodes are almost like a short movie long, like over an hour?
They're all, the first one's over an hour. The other ones, the ones after that are all under an hour, like an hour or under.
Oh,
so
yeah,
yeah,
like
I think one of them's like 40 minutes.
45,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's wild to me is like with streaming, you're not married to the whole 30-minute or 44-minute, you know what I mean, type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to do something for literally an hour and a half as an episode, fucking do it.
Even like with the new X-Men 97, like the original ones were like 22 minutes long, just because they had like commercial breaks and stuff like that. But the ones they air on Disney, they're like 30 minutes.
And you know what's
so
weird?
They got a little extra 8 minutes in there.
And it feels so much longer, especially because like the amount of content they pack in like one episode is like,
Yeah.
you guys are kind of doing a lot, but all right, I can take it.
Yeah, no, I mean, no ads. It doesn't fuck shit up, but it certainly leaves more room for content. I will say, and you know those weird pauses they would do, like when they're about to go to a commercial break.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You still have them.
Sense them when you're watching something. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Like where they're like, basically, they're not saying it out loud, but it's like, hold on, let's see what happens next, and you know.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, I'm glad you said that because like when I went to Japan and I was like watching TV out there, like. There was no weird pause to let you know that they were going to commercial. They just kind of floated into commercial. So like a lot of times it's like, this just doesn't feel natural. Like these commercials are coming in at like weird points in time, and then they'll come back to the show. And like not knowing the language that well, I couldn't tell if the commercial was over or if the show had started back up. Like it all just kind of blended together.
That's how it was with watching Bloodsport and Enter the Dragon all the time on TV 44 growing up. I knew exactly where they would pause, and it would still be a little awkward, but it was like, okay, he's finished his nunchuck routine or his fucking kicks and shit. All right, we're pausing here. You know what I mean? Like it felt random though at the time. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Well, I know like with Amazon Prime, like they're talking about throwing commercials in the middle of like some of their shows, and some of the early reviews were saying like they would do it at like bad times. Like somebody will be talking, and all of a sudden they just go to commercial, and they'll come back and that person finished talking.
It's like YouTube.
But I like how
YouTube,
especially YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is horrible with that. But like, I think they should just show the commercials. Like just show 4 or 5 ads before the show starts, and do it again at the end, and I mean, a lot of other places do that where they have the commercials that you can't skip, like you have to watch them. So, I mean, if they're gonna throw ads and stuff, they should just do it at the beginning and at the end. So,
look, if I'm paying for your service, I shouldn't be getting fucking ads. You know what I mean? Unless I'm watching something on like like live TV where it's like unavoidable. But if I'm this is what I can't stand about like Hulu, because like I remember before, like when I used to have like old streaming services. If I think PlayStation View was one where if it was on demand, there was no commercials.
Yep.
But now, like if I watch a movie on demand on Hulu, there's fucking commercials. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm paying you like $100 something in a month, and you're still throwing in commercials? Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, it's double dipping. I remember when we had long ass rants back in the day about Xbox Live doing that bullshit.
Yeah.
Remember? And we were just like, it's double dipping. It's atrocious, and people have just gotten fucking used to it, which is awful. But what are you gonna do? And then they want to do this shit. Well, if you want to watch ad free, you need to pay us $200 a month. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. They need to bring it back to like a moderate amount of money, or just the same and just take them out, because it's only just for the on demand stuff. Everything else I really don't care. Like leave it in
Yeah.
for like the live TV. That's unavoidable. I get that, but
Yeah.
on demand, especially when it's like when you go on demand and literally as you're going through Hulu, there's fucking ads everywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean for other shit.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well-
I'm already looking at ads.
Well, the other thing that's shitty too is the ads are so annoying and intrusive and repetitive that
Mhm.
I'm less likely to even look into buying something, even if I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it because I'm already fucking ticked off. And I'm sure a lot of other consumers are like that too. Like, I don't want to see this stupid ass ad. Fuck you.
Dude, like
You know?
for my Amazon Fire Stick, like they show me like ads that aren't even nowhere like related. Like they'll show stuff for sports. It's like, why am I seeing this? I don't really like sports. Like I don't care about the the football team that's about to play at the Super Bowl or some shit like that. I don't care. They still show me that. But I don't show.
But Blue, then on the flip side though, when they're like really specific, you're like, God damn it, you know everything about me. Like it reminds you that
Yeah, right.
they're always listening. It's
why
like
why you guys spying on me?
yeah.
I was like, oh, we thought you like Batman. Well, here's all this Batman stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like after this show, they're gonna send us a whole bunch of ads for like prostate exam stuff.
Yeah, no
After we
shit.
start talking about it.
AARP is like knocking on the door.
Yeah,
Fuck, man,
yeah,
all right.
man. I know y'all old. I know you fucking need to check those prostates. Here's some gloves.
KY is sponsoring this podcast.
But yeah, so I definitely need to check out Fallout, and then I keep hearing I failed. I keep hearing great things about Shogun. So
Oh yeah,
now,
it's so good.
yeah. Now that's weekly too?
That's weekly, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's on FX, even though it doesn't. I have no idea how it's even on FX. There's like so much gore, and they showed a titty too. I'm just like,
Hey,
I guess this is the future. So
love it.
Dude,
yeah.
it's technically on Disney Plus too.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because Hulu is part of Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
And I'll be flipping through Disney Plus, and all of a sudden I see like Shogun, and then like there'd be a bunch of anime and some other stuff that they migrated into Disney Plus.
That's cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to binge through because they're probably like 5 or 6 episodes deep at this point.
I think 7 or 8 at this point. There's
Oh wow,
and they're solid hour long episodes. So
good shit. And I got something to do this weekend,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna watch the fuck out of that.
and they're based on real people, which is kind of the crazy part.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I keep hearing great things about both of those fucking shows. Everybody keeps discussing them like a motherfucker. The one that's not getting as much buzz, and my kid really loves it, but Invincibles that came back after the hiatus. Is it not as good?
It is as good. I don't know. I haven't watched. I watched like the first one, maybe 2, but I need to go back and it's one of the ones that I watched, by myself because Chris probably doesn't want to watch that. But it was still just as good. So I need to finish the rest. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I never finished watching Adam Girls, her special that she had.
Adam Eve, yeah, it was good.
Adam Eve?
Yeah.
Adam Eve, yeah.
Okay.
Have y'all want to talk about?
Was that prequely? Sorry, was that prequely Adam Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically her origin story, and I think it came out like mid last year.
Oh shit, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about why we're all going to therapists right now?
Oh shit, what?
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
X-Men 87,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
episode 5.
Go ahead.
Have you not watched The Prodigy?
No, man, I have slipped up, but keep going.
Oh
I know- I know
man.
it's-
Oh man, it's
Dude.
No,
a huge
Go ahead.
spoiler right there.
Spoil it. All right.
no. I'll step away for a bit. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So if y'all have not watched X-Men 87, I would highly recommend you do so. But also episode 5, be prepared to have a therapist on speed dial or something, because I was not prepared for what I saw. What'd you think
Yeah,
about it,
they're
Blue?
definitely gonna need some tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just what happens at the end; it's the stuff that happened like during it too, like the stuff between Rogue and Magneto, and Gambit's like totally in love with her, and like I just felt bad for him, even though he tried to play like he was like cool about everything. Like man, that it was eating him up on the inside.
Yeah. It was a great episode. It was another one that was like kind of really full of like a lot of events that happened. Like they were going to almost like a Hellfire's Gala, but it wasn't like the Hellfire's Gala.
Yeah.
It was at Genosha, but it was basically just like a mutant gala. And basically Magneto asked, he was going to join like their council, but he wanted Rogue to be the queen, and so he asked Rogue to be the his queen, so he could be the leader of Genosha, and so she accepts. And shortly after that, you hear somebody yelling in the background, "Turn the music down! Turn the music down!" And we're like, "What the fuck?" And then it turns out that it's Cable, and he's trying to like get people out of like the gala, and then
Yeah.
like as he's trying to warn Jean Grey, he
Or
fucking.
not Jean Grey. It was the Goblin Queen. He was trying to warn.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
That's her name, right? The Goblin Queen.
Well, it's Madam Pryor, but yeah, the Goblin Queen,
Yeah.
Madam Pryor. But after that, he does his body slide by one, and he fucking goes back to the future, and it was too late. Like after that, this super goddamn Sentinel came down and just wrecked everybody on Genosha.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dude, I thought the Sentinels were like defunct or whatever. Because then the government, like, I guess, seized them all. Like, where did this one even come from?
Well, they're still being. I mean, I don't want to. I can speculate. Fuck it. I don't know where they're going in the show.
Yeah.
But there's a group called the Orochis that that have like they build more and better Sentinels. Oops, sorry. There's a new version available for my antivirus. That build better Sentinels, and the ultimate one ends up being like Nimrod. What you saw there wasn't Nimrod. It's just kind of like this crazy Sentinel that attacks mutants on sight, and especially if you're a mega level mutant, then it fucking really comes for you. So it just came down and just looks like a big ass cockroach with 3 Sentinel heads.
Yeah.
And it was just
what? I was trying to think. There's it made me think of like a Greek god that has 3 heads, or like the guy, not men arms. It's one of the He-Man characters that have like multiple heads. That's what it made me think of.
Oh yeah.
It's not Men of Arms, it's somebody else. But yeah. When he came down, his head started spinning around. Made me think of that.
Yeah.
But we also got to see like some stuff with I think it was this episode with Cyclops and the Goblin Queen. I guess he's kind of like having like a mental affair with her.
They're mind fucking.
Yeah, they're mind fucking, and then Jean shows up like, "What's going on here?" I was like, "Oh man, I wasn't expecting this."
He's like, I was just thinking about it. What's going on?
Sebastian's here.
He's still up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then after that, you need to take a sec. Go ahead, mute it, and then. So after that, Magneto is going and he's gonna fight this crazy Sentinel all by himself, and so he's doing, he's trying to do as much damage as he can, but he's, things giving out as much as it's taken, and he ends up making enough time for Rogue and Gambit to save the Murloc. I think it's called the Murlocs. Yeah, and so it was really cool to see Gambit like show his powers, and Rogue kind of, because at the same time there's a bunch of other Sentinels coming down as well, and so they're wrecking them, and they save the Murlocs, and then Magneto comes to join them, and that Sentinel was just relentless, and he starts like blasting Magneto with like a concentrated beam, and eventually Magneto's just trying to like save himself from like this group of Murlocs, and Rogue sees him like getting blasted at like real hard, tries to save him, and
he like stops her.
Yeah, stops him. Go ahead.
Yeah, he keeps Rogue and Gambit safe, but it's kind of because earlier in the show, Rogue doesn't have her costume on, so she doesn't have gloves and stuff on, so she can't really save people because she can't touch them. So she's going more on the defense or the offense than defense. But yeah, we see Magneto just. Actually, we don't know what happened to Magneto because he gets blasted. But no, once he gets blasted, the Sentinel says like Omega threat terminated, and it's like, oh shit.
I have a thought on that, but I'll get to the episode. Yeah.
But then also we like you were talking about with Gambit, like we get to see him kind of go like full power, not full power, but we get to see him do something that I never thought he could do. Because usually he's just supercharging cards, but since he like was attacked by the Sentinel and was like bleeding, like he was able to like infuse all of his power into the Sentinel and just basically blew that goddamn thing up. But by doing that, we kind of lost Mr. 405 to Gambit.
Yeah, yeah, we lost Gambit at the end, and then at the end it's just Rogue holding Gambit with their bare hands, saying that I can't feel you. Super sad. So
Which is it was also something that I need to go back and see this, but somebody had said that that's also what Scarlet Witch said with Vision.
yeah,
She was saying that she couldn't feel him, like because she was like she couldn't feel this what's the name stone in him. But yeah, it's like it's almost was word for word. But yeah, and that's how the episode ends with her saying like I can't feel you, and I was like, damn, dude, like that's everybody. They ain't nobody coming back in this show. Like they're killing off everybody.
yeah. So first, I don't think that Magneto's dead. Because
You don't think so?
yeah, because one of the mutants that he was protecting was Leech, and so Leech could take away powers. So if Leech just touched him and take away his powers, he would no longer be an Omega level mutant. So the Sentinel would think he wasn't a mutant anymore after that. So, but also in the future, I think that Cable's going to come back and body slide and possibly save the day. So we'll see.
Yeah, also, was it? What was I saying? With Rogue and Magneto, we also got to see a little bit of their backstory and how they kind of became a couple, which is like crazy because like he's like, I feel like he's like super older than her.
Yeah, he was like he's doing an R. Kelly basically.
Yeah, but they also kind of explained how he's able to touch her. He's like, basically able to like I guess control like the magnetism between them. They got very sci-fi with it, but I just thought it was cool that they were able to do that. But it just sucks like because Gambit's sitting there in the party and like Rogue and Magneto are just floating in the air, like dancing together and stuff like that. But then she changed her mind. She decided to go back to Gambit, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, but then no, he's dead. So
that's when shit went down. Yeah, that's what shit went sideways.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, that episode was really good.
Yeah, X-Men 97 or 87, 97. I said 87 before. 97. It continues to be, one of the best new shows on TV. So yeah, I'm just amazed on like how well they're doing with the storytelling on this show. And I don't know what happened to that. Again, I don't know what happened to that director, but bring him back.
It's I'm seeing how X-Men 97 is so successful. I really hope that they kind of do the same thing with Spider-Man, the animated series, because there's actually a few episodes where Spider-Man meets the X-Men, like when Spider-Man starts going, like he starts mutating into the Man Spider, like he actually goes to the X-Men for help to try to figure out what's going on with them to see if they can help him. They're like, oh, we can't, because your mutation isn't the same as like what's going on with like regular mutants, but that show ends on a cliffhanger. Like it doesn't have like a solid ending. Like literally, Peter Parker and Madam Web are trying to find Mary Jane. She like lost in multiple dimensions or whatever. So I was gonna see them bring that show back because that show was really good too. That was up there with like X-Men and Batman animated series and all the other comic book cartoons for animation. So I was watching it recently too, and it was like. The intro, this is how it was back in like the 90s and 80s. Comic book cartoons had like dope fucking intros, and Spider-Man was one of them. They had like I think it was another like one of the guys from Aerosmith that did the intro for Spider-Man.
I can't remember.
The animated series.
Maybe.
Let's see what it was. But like yeah, like that one had a cool guitar intro, and same thing with like X-Men, and then Batman had like a cool like. Almost like an orchestra intro, which was really cool. But yeah, I like to see it because since Disney owns Fox, I mean X-Men was part of Fox as well. So I really hope they decide to do that, especially with like how bad Madam Web movie was.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch it, so I guess I don't know. All right, let me get Prodigy back here. I can only go for a little bit longer because talking is tiring. All right, where do you want to go next?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. He was listening.
Okay, cool.
All right, where do you want to go next, man?
I don't even know. What about for you, Blue?
Um, I well, this is kind of a bit of a side note, but I started listening to an audiobook called Hunter, and it's a three
Hmm.
book
I
series,
read that one.
and it's basically about you read it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The young
Okay,
kid,
yeah,
right?
okay. I was like, oh no, this one's different. This one isn't about the kid who gets stuck in the woods.
Oh, okay.
That one's called the Hunter. This one's just called Hunted, or Hunter. It's anyway. So it's about like some scientists basically they make a plant that can grow, or they're able to make vegetables or apples or produce to be able to survive any type of climate. Like it doesn't matter if there's a drought, if it's like a bunch of snow, whatever. These items get these vegetables can survive, and so like the company that backs them becomes like super profitable. Well, it turns out that the thing that was the the mutation that they did in the plants started to affect humans, and humans started becoming basically apex predators. And so instead of eating fruits and vegetables, they decided just to eat meat. So a lot of them started to become. This is like the first chapter. Like the shit just hit the fan. But like people are like they start mutating into like basically they call them exo predator or something like that. And basically what happens with the gene is that it causes people to like usually people like things will like mutate or evolve over a certain amount of time, like over years or decades or generations. A lot of it is happening like in 2 days. Like people just all of a sudden start basically adapting to new environments, stuff like that, and just like shit just hit the fan. It's so crazy. It's almost it's basically like The Last of Us. Instead of it being like a fungus or whatever that's taking over people, it's an actual gene mutation that's killing people. And like eventually you can't eat the fruits and vegetables because they're all like contaminated with this new gene or whatever. But so far I'm 2 chapters in, and it's really good so far. And the voice actor for it, he's top notch too. It's like he doesn't do the different like he doesn't like there's a voice actor called RC
RC Bray.
Brett, I think. Yeah, yeah. He does a really good job of doing like women's voice, little kid voice, old man, young. Like he does like a spectrum of different voices. This guy's just narrating the story, and he does a good job, but he doesn't like do the different voices. But overall, like the book is really good so far. Like it's insane. It's
I'll have
oh
to
my
find
phone, I
it.
can't use it, but let me see if I can find it real quick, and I'll tell you who the author is.
I could probably find
And
it.
it's a new book.
No, I think it came out a couple of years ago because right now on Amazon or on audiobook, you can get all 3 books for the price of one credit. That's kind of why I got it.
Nice, nice. Okay.
It's called Hunter and not Hunted.
I got
Oh,
I gotta look and see.
I spelled it wrong. By
It's
Mercedes
not Hunter
Lackey.
Hunter.
Let me see.
Find it. Find it.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's by Jeremy Barbison.
oh, okay. Yeah, I
It's
think.
by my boy Jeremy.
Okay, yeah.
And no, sorry, it's not called Hunted. It's called Hunger.
Ah, okay.
That's very different. All right.
Yeah, that's very very different. It's called Hunter. Or sorry, Hungry.
Hungry. Are you sure?
Yeah, Hungry. Yeah, it's Hungry.
Good shit. I might have to check that one out. Um, I'll say I know we were gonna close it up a little bit early, but the only thing that has been fucking me up in the world of anime, well, 2 things. I still love Ninja Kamui, but goddamn that solo leveling. I finished off, I guess, all the season 1, and I love seeing him get his ass whooped, and I love seeing him get stronger. Like
Yeah.
that shit just keeps working. It's a simple ass concept, but I just love seeing him level up, man. That so far that's been my favorite new anime in quite a while.
Yeah, the animation is really good. And like the only thing that's bad about the season is because there's one episode that's like a filler episode. It's like there wasn't even 7 episodes in the anime yet. I'm like, how you doing a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
recap? Like, you can't do
Yeah,
that. Just skip the fucking week. How dare you?
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it was really good. I'm looking forward to the next season. I'm glad you watched it. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I can't believe like how like his journey like so quickly how he became like a
Yeah.
badass.
And
What
it
anime
just
are you guys talking about?
solo leveling the anime.
Oh, okay.
It felt like that first season of Sword Art Online in terms of
Yeah.
you know what I mean, just how great that was, and everybody was talking and the whole buzz about it. So Really loved that one. Enjoyed the shit out of it, and ready for more because it seems like season 1 is over.
Yeah,
I think.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
There's another new anime that I just started watching today. It's called Kaiju Number 8. Have you heard of that one?
Okay. I haven't heard of it. Go ahead.
It's pretty cool. Like the the way that it starts is pretty dope. It's like I don't want to give away like the whole thing, but it's like basically like what happens if there's like a kaiju attacking, and then it gets taken out, and like who cleans it up? So and then so it starts off really cool, and then like at the end of the first episode, some like really crazy shit happens. So that was like totally out of left field. So the first episode was dope. I recommend anybody watch it. Well, unless you're having a version of gore. So because the first episode is very gory.
As it should be.
Yeah, yeah, and there's piss and shit, which is super gross. Yeah,
Nice.
That part is blurred out for some reason.
That's fair. Okay. Japan's going to Japan.
Yeah.
The only other one from an anime standpoint that I still want to keep giving a shout out to, I know a lot of people haven't checked it out. Delicious in Dungeon is still going.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Netflix, and I guess it's into season 2, but they update episodes basically weekly. So you can catch up fairly fucking quickly. It's a lot like Food Wars meets Goblin Slayer in some weird ways. And those are both excellent animes. So Delicious in Dungeon is well worth fucking watching. It's kind of funny and lighthearted at first, and there's some fucking twists and turns. But it's like that role-playing fantasy world type of shit, and they're fucking cooking up monsters. But then there's more to it.
All right. Well, we got to wrap it up because, yeah.
Let's wrap it.
Sorry, guys.
Blue, what you got this week? Let's, keep it short.
So the guy who performs the guitar riff on Spider-Man is Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on this week. Definitely gonna keep watching Fallout, reading or listening to the audiobook. Saturday is my homeboy. God, what's his name? XR85. What's his name on the thing? Zor. Yeah. He's his birthday is on Saturday, so I'm gonna go meet up with him for brunch.
Oh, nice.
Probably take Sevy with me.
I gotta hit him up. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah. Need to do some yard work, man, because we had like a weekend of good weather, and then all of a sudden, just the rest of the week it was just raining. Like every weekend it's been raining, so I'm doing that. But yeah, my little guy is doing better. I don't know if I talked about it last week, but he like hit his head on the edge of a table. We had to take him to the hospital, but he's doing better. He might be a little bit traumatized by it, but still hanging in. Oh, one good thing, he's finally taking a shit in the toilet, which is awesome.
That's victory.
The milestones.
Yeah, dude, he's figuring that out. But he also said his first bad word too. So, his first bad word actually was shit. Like he literally, that was the first bad word he said, and then like later on that day he took a shit. So, shout out to him. But yeah, other than that, just continue doing my thing.
Good shit. Kronos, what you got?
Just trying to recover from bronchitis. So I've been trying to take it easy I worked out today for the first time in a couple of days. Didn't go too bad, something light, nothing too bad. I can't do jiu-jitsu for the next couple of days. Even though I don't think I'm contagious, but I just want to make sure I'm not. So
yeah.
I'll be back at jiu-jitsu next week. Other than that, let's see. I look forward to seeing a doctor. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kay's gonna have a procedure next week, so I'm gonna be there for her for that. So yeah, I mean that's basically all I got. I'm gonna catch up on some video games, catch up on some shit in the house. I need to me and Kay had to sit down kind of a heart to heart last week about some stuff, and part of it was getting the rest of the house back to together because we still have shit in a lot of boxes. If I turn the camera around, the other half of my office is just boxes, and this my walls are just primed. They're not painted. They're just primed. So I'm going to hopefully knock out some painting over the next week, at least in this office, and then get some of these boxes out and put in places.
Dude, you guys just moved,
That's not it. We moved in fucking November. So yeah, it's been a while.
Has it been that long?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was January, February. Never mind.
There was a reason why I'll talk to you about probably offline, but why shit's kind of in boxes. But yeah.
All good. I ain't doing shit but catching up on some Fallout and some anime, and I need to play some more goddamn Saving Democracy. With that Helldivers 2. That's it. That's it. Take us on out.
Oh, Nisha's not here.
Yeah.
Trying to think of how it goes. All right, you just listened to the Dangest podcast, Black and Black Times Infinity. Check us out on the interwebs at BTHBTI. Check out our website at benhalfproduction.com/BTHBTI. Check us out live every Wednesday at 8:30ish CP time on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram under BTHBTI. Definitely join us live because you can jump in the chat room and conversate with us while we're doing the podcast. But also reach out to us at btbti@gmail.com and we can give you access to our Discord. We have a Discord where you can chat with us. We talk about topics that we're kind of working on and what's coming up on the podcast. So definitely check that out.
Good shit.
All right.
With that, we out of here.
Make sure that doctor gives the best rim job ever.
Bring on KY.
Avada Kedavra.